back cause I earn dollars. I burn bridges, burn weed, and I burn your apartment. I check niggas getting checks while checking out models. So neck jam, that neck turn my meat to some pasta. The only thing a nigga need, and that's for options. So which side you want? Is you serving or copping? I'm heckling cops, gripping while I'm hitting they pockets. On that south side, Fifth and Melon, cause I was rocking. When I was out Cleveland, East 30th, the prospect. But it's PGMD until I die, bitch. I smoke Reggie with the bitches in the projects. 2 choppers, 6 hammers, and like 4 techs. That no fed, but this work I serve and protect. Do you remember North Carolina? She was so wet. When I be off of that, yeah, I be so yes. You betting with them scans this week? No bet. Crank, 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 crank. 250 Franklins for the Franco chain. You blanking cause it twinkle when it blanko. Every angle when it dangle. Hanging from my neck to my chest, down to my dango gang. Everybody goosing necks, breaking with sprained ankles. So much water, I got rankles. The dipper head say it tango broke down. 2 backwoods with 1 single. Fuck the police, and where they at was the hood jangle. Even if you was blind, you could hear the jury jingle. When I had dreads, bitches said they like my head with crinkles. Shits like Pringles, don't smoke sprinkles. Hit the strip club, then I make it rain like a sprinkler. Network connections got your nigga all linked up. Trying to get the new Benz with the side blinker. I don't got no tattoos, but my pockets stay inked up. I'm getting a couple of dollars, so my partners I could bring up. You ask for a couple of dollars, what the fuck is you thinking? You gonna pay me tomorrow, what the fuck is you drinking? 1 dice, high low, bet the Abe Lincoln. Crank day and night, stunt hard on the weekend. You come around my way, you better really have a reason. Crank, 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 crank. I bang hard for my niggas who can't, whether they dead or in jail or they ain't got bank. These snakes trying to pat me on the back with a shank, but in the trap I'm all good, similar to a saint, but still got it all covered up just like paint. I'm passing out D-Rugs, but I bet he ain't gon' faint. I'm Shaq D in his prime, you Paul Gasol in the paint. These young niggas be going off and going hard for the cake. And if I told you 20 minutes, I'ma always be late. And if I told you all my losses since 2008, it'll make a black man cry and a white man break. If I tell you my nigga I'm good, we all gon' be straight. I bust guns, pump bricks, but I don't pump brakes. Pimpin' ain't easy, I quit, now I just get bait. Pump faking, never ever been a part of my traits. Chillin' with the op nigga, smoking on 2K. Crank, 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 crank.